Register mapping. What is it? Register mapping is mapping out the low, middle, and head voice registers of your vocal range and understanding at what point in time each one of those ranges is being utilized and how to feel the sensations, as well as how to map out where our mixed voice really begins and also where we belt from. And then also, as you see, the head voice has an extension that goes all the way down beyond our vocal break. And as I found with many of my singers, ends right about where the middle voice actually begins, the middle register, I mean. So the low and the middle register are both part of the chest voice or the modal voice. And they go from the lowest comfortable pitch we can sing all the way up to our vocal break, the first vocal break, the passaggio, the primo passaggio. That is where it ends. There you see in the green. Now, what we learn how to do, hopefully, in our vocal training is how to mix head and chest voice together so that that vocal break will smooth out and we can, in fact, extend a blend of chest and head voice higher up to sing nice, strong, clear head voice and or mixed head voice and chest voice high notes. Now, for my tenors and basses and baritones, we use our head voice much less than, say, sopranos and mezzo-sopranos do, but it is very important that all voice types develop their head voice, particularly developing extending it downward as low as they comfortably can so that they can find this mixed belt zone, as well as really where their middle voice begins. Now, also for the basses, baritones, and tenors, take that head voice up as high as you comfortably can and do your vocalises, your exercises, or sing particular songs that you enjoy from other artists that have higher voices than yours, or just sing songs up the octave so you can develop this head register. Now, head voice and falsetto are not the same thing. Head voice, we can actually control the dynamic. There's much more pliability in the sound. And the more that you develop it, and again, this actually goes for all voice types, the more you develop the head voice, it influences the sonority of the lower two registers. And in fact, you can bring the qualities of the head voice downward into those lower registers to give a more rounded, beautiful, warm tone. So the first thing you need to do is figure out, where is the vocal break? Where does it happen? My vocal break, as you can see, these are all for me with octave designations on the keyboard. My vocal break happens at E4, which is just above middle C on the piano. So since I know that my voice wants to crack there, I can safely assume that that is the end of my middle register. Now, the middle register is the most abused register of them all in the singing world because it is actually the register that is the most delicate and requires the least amount of weight to sing it, and is really the meat and potatoes of our speech inflection range. So we really want to treat it with the same level of care and the same level of air pressure and breath support. So throughout our vocal range, we really want to work on not over inhaling and over exhaling, right? We want to bring balance to this and really never inhale more than half or 2/3 of your total lung volume before you sing a phrase. We don't need to have our lungs at full capacity. So start really in the middle of your voice, find the vocal break by doing some slides or some scales without trying to mix or belt. All three of these registers should be dealt with delicacy, should be dealt with singing and totally relaxed, allowing the voice to do what it's doing without forcing anything. And it should all be in tune and feel easy. And hopefully, as you balance the air pressure and the amount of power that you're singing with, you should really hear a natural ring and ping in the voice. So you can start by finding your middle voice and your vocal break. And then when you go above your vocal break, find your head voice, and you can find all these sensations really by thinking head voice. Really, we feel all the vibration in our head. It is very distinctly apart from the chest voice, from the lower part of the body. So really work this area and train it well, and then bring it down as low as you can go until you bottom out in that head voice sound. And then from that point, you can then start traveling down into the lower register below the middle voice. And a great way to feel the difference is the middle voice. There's a lot of vibration. If you're feeling with your hand on the side of your throat, there's a lot of vibration in the side of your throat. The lower we go into the low register, I call it the cow territory, the mooing territory. We feel lots of vibration within the chest cavity itself. That is a very good indicator that you are in the low register. But just as I said with the head voice, treat each one of these registers with clarity and ease, no excessive weight. It's very important. We want our voice to be able to navigate these registers very, very freely. And then we want to be able to mix them together so that we can effectively sing with a mixed voice, and or for musical theater folks with that belt voice, that where we extend the chest voice beyond the vocal break. Now, I plan to do a lot more breaking down of all of this, but just please save this video, write this out for yourself on a piece of paper or on a whiteboard if you have one, and take some time at the keyboard and map out where all of these parts of your voice happen. Where are the boundaries of your low register, of your middle register? Where is your vocal break? Where is your head voice? How far can you extend that head voice down? And understand the different sensations felt. Again, low voice, the low register, we feel lots of vibration within the chest. It's the lowest part of our vocal range. And again, if it's very warm, it's very easy. The middle register is very easy as well. It's very light. You don't need to add any extra air pressure or weight to the chords. It's just within that healthy speech inflection range. And then you sing as if you are speaking, and you don't overblow it. You don't add additional weight. Then you get up to the vocal break. You find it. You go past it. You find your head voice. Ah, and then you bring that head voice down. And then you find out where the switch happens. And that happened a lot sooner than I intended it to, as I'm explaining here. But you really find what the difference is between each. So, low register, middle register, head. That's what it would be for me. So jump around, back and forth. Chest, low, and really play around with it. Please, again, save this video, like and subscribe to my channel, and follow me for more updates on this, and let me know what you have found when you've mapped the registers of your voice. I promise you it will really open up your voice learning journey. Happy singing, everyone.